flowers on the stage.
And my earliest memory of music, like impacting deep down in my soul, is the first concert that we had. I think I was still maybe fourth or fifth grade, really young and early on in grade school. And we played Beethoven's Fifth. And we had practiced before, but never performed. And I think we were in the gymnasium. So the practice room was just, it was like a classroom with carpet and it was kind of dead sounding in there. But from the first notes of the bum 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 bum, I knew that I was a part of something bigger, deeper, um, than I could ever be on my own. And that's when I think that's when I knew early on that I wanted to be in a band, really, and perform music.
So awesome to have that experience like early on too.
Oh, it was so early, and I hope that any chance that the band has to support music education in schools, we take it. We're actually playing a show in Boston coming up. I think that's on Saturday. Oh, excuse me, it's on Friday this week. And that show is for to raise money for music education in the Massachusetts school system. So it's really cool to be a part of that side of it. So many years later.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Love for you to talk to me about a belief about life that you kind of maybe held for a long time, whether as you were growing up or even into your early adulthood, maybe like just about life that now you're older, kind of that you see differently.
Well, I guess piggybacking on what I just said about my earliest music moment, I do think that we are all a part of something bigger. And it takes that getting into a big room, a reverby room. It takes that experience to know it, whether that's like going outside, like you're in Denver, like looking at these mountains around you and feeling small, but also at the same time feeling like you belong to a part of this bigger thing that's so deep and it's so inconceivable to us. But I think if you just believe that there is good in the world and that you can be a part of that good, you're going to help.
Mm, I love that. So what's it like for you getting in the right zone? Like before a show, making sure you're not getting in your own way mentally or anything like that, and just kind of being your full self with no hesitation. Like what's that like for you getting in the right headspace?
Yeah, it starts like kind of right when you wake up. It's like you have to say some affirmations to yourself because it's not easy on the road. There's a lot of personalities at work, and you might not be feeling great. So if you affirm that this is an amazing gig that you have, and the ability to play music for people and to spread joy, I think you're already starting off, in a good way. For me, like I really concentrate on the physical side because I'm the singer and like I have to take care of my voice. So it's like if I do have to have a cup of coffee because that's non-negotiable. But then it's like chug water afterwards to get that equilibrium. It's trying to keep everything pretty neutral. I mean, I like to eat spicy food too, but like that could be a little risky when you're performing. And our performances are really energetic, and we like to keep them that way. So I don't want to do a disservice to our live show by having to give it 80%. So I always want to give it 100%. And I think for me, if I can just distill it down to like the physical, like, do I feel good in my body today? Do I feel good, with synergy with my bandmates? I think it's going to be a good show because we have the practice. We already put enough work into it to where we know the music's going to be good. It's just, are you going to have fun playing it?
Yeah, I love that mindset. Just it's just about you having fun. Like that takes pressure off.
Absolutely. I mean, I just listened to this awesome interview with it was Yo-Yo Ma talking to Jacob Collier, which those guys are just so, I mean, so deep, so quick. It's hard for me to even keep up with them. But they were saying that to to get to that next level, you have to put in all this work, all this practice. But then once you do, what are you trying to do? You're trying to like tear down the wall and make it feel like you haven't practiced because it's like it literally just flows from you. But it takes so many years to get to that point. Uh, so that's what I want to do too, is like keep it flowing, keep it interesting during the live shows because I think it'll be a better show that way.
Totally. So what about leadership? What would you say comes to mind as like some of the most important traits in your opinion when it comes to being a great leader?
Hmm. I'd say I'm like a over communicator, and I think that's a great quality of a leader is just making sure everybody's on the same page. Because a lot of times, and especially in this business, it's like you're kind of making it up as you go. But even though you're making it up as you go, you have to have a plan, and I think you have to execute the plan. So that's over communicating is key to great leadership and to having a great mindset and hive mind as a band, because you always want to be on that same level. Like we're all going forward together.
1,000%. What else comes to mind?
Besides communicating, I think leading by example too, you know? So if you want people to show up and be prepared, you better show up and be prepared. It's like I tell my 4-year-old, teaching her the golden rule. Like that applies to leadership too.
Yeah, so like then aside from leadership, aside from over communicating, being prepared, just like in people you work with, what would you say are some of the kind of personal attributes you admire the most?
Hmm. I think in my band, I admire the professionalism, and I think that's a big reason why we're still together after 15 years. Is we all are professionals at the core. We all want this to work, and we all want to be able to play music, into our 50s and 60s and 70s.
Mm. Yep, you gotta come correct, as they
You
say.
have to. Absolutely. There's no other way.
So jump into the side a little bit, Trevor. Would you say that kind of playing music, performing, writing, it's like a spiritual thing for you?
At times, I mean, if I get caught up thinking about that deeper level when I'm on stage, I kind of lose connection with the audience. So I want to keep it almost in this realm, like very, very temporal, very like in the moment. And that's when I feel like our best shows are, is like when we're there with the crowd, no matter how big, how small, is we're very much in the moment. And if I do start to get in my head caught up about like this is where we're transcending something right here, then I'm out of it. So I almost like to keep it like right in this plane of existence. I think that makes for a better show.
I love it. What about writing?
Well, then you can be more introspective. Then you can absolutely take your time because it's not yourself, the musician, and the listener. It's like it's truly just you or whoever you're writing with, and you can take your time writing it, getting it right. I enjoy that side of it too, but I think if I had to pick, I'm more of like a I'm in the moment live music kind of guy.
Hmm. I'm curious, like if if you had the chance, like what do you think future you would say to you now?
I feel like it's funny you say that because we were playing a show in Asheville, North Carolina recently, and I looked out at this person, and for some reason, like in my head, it was in the middle of a verse. I was like, what if I was thinking about time travel, and I was thinking about what if this is me in the future watching a show of me in the current, and like that person seemed happy, they seemed proud of, like they seemed like they were enjoying it. So I think if I were to be able to time travel, I think I would be happy with the decisions that I've made and the songs that I've been a part of and the performances that I've given. So I think there's definitely still more work to be done, and there's still a lot more songs to be written that I have within me. But even if I were to stop today, I think I would be proud of what I've achieved.
I love that.
And I hope that person was me in the future. That would be crazy.
Yeah. Wearing maybe just wearing a different disguise.
Maybe so.
If you had like the ability to write a note in, your future children, I don't know if you have current children's pocket for the rest of their
Yeah.
life, what would it say?
It would say, seek out happiness at all costs, and it's achievable because I found it with you.
Way with words.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to write that down for my daughter's about to turn 5. I'm gonna write her a note says open when you need this.
Sounds like a great tattoo also.
Yeah, it does.
Mhm. What advice do you think you could share, like with where you're at now, about living a life that you can look back on and really be proud of?
I would say, for musicians, it's tough because there's no straight line to your goal. There's no one way to the top or to however wherever you are seeking to go to. Perseverance is key. The reason that we've been together for 15 years is one, we have great great songwriters in the band, and I have great professionals in the band who want a shared common goal. But also, like, we've never quit. We've never said, hey, these are tough times, like we're just going to hang it up and do something else. I think the bands that make it are the bands that stick together. So you have to honor your colleagues, you have to honor the people that you're around, and that's the kind of sacred, thinking back to your previous question about the like sacred spaces and sacred thoughts. It's like the those the sacred thoughts I have are in relation to the people I work with. It's like those are the things that I honor the most, because you know they've uh they've kind of formed who I am. And obviously if my future self is happy with who I am, so they're the reason that you know that I'm happy. And they're the I'd say that they are the reason that we are where we are today.
I love that. And that speaks volumes too. Like
Yeah,
you can
man.
hear that as a fan.
Yeah. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I was wondering if it would translate, because I mean, hopefully it's not put on ever. It's for real.
Totally. Well, yeah, I mean, looking ahead, what
Hmm.
can what can fans be stoked about coming around the corner in 2026?
We have a lot going on. We have some awesome music festivals we're going to be a part of. We have an album coming out. We have some great collaborations we've been working on. Uh, that's what I'm most excited about is this album. We've gotten to work with some pretty great artists, like ourselves featured on their records, and then vice versa. So just maybe hoping to collaborate live with some of these people that we've you know recorded with in the studio, and maybe tour with them as well. And then hitting the music festivals. That's always like that's our home. That's our home base. So it'd be good to get back touring, especially because we took the fall off to finish this album. So it's going to be good to get back out to it, especially for me. Like, I'm a live in the moment kind of guy, so that's where I thrive.
Hell yeah. And everyone out there listening, we'll have a link in the description here to, keep up with all things Moon Taxi, get your tickets to tour and follow on socials and all that good stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, Trevor, this has been awesome, man. I appreciate you taking the time. Got a few more questions here for you. So, being an artist, like kind of in this almost rat race of Spotify listeners and social media likes, and that can obviously be kind of like daunting, almost deflating sometimes. And I'm curious with you, how do you kind of define success for yourself on like a day-to-day, week-to-week basis?
Well, I think it's important not to get caught up in those numbers. And for me, like, I had to divorce myself from it. I I just, deleted all that stuff a while ago, close to 10 years ago. It was just affecting me negatively. So I don't like to participate in that, but I still want people to, be able to discover our music. So, uh, definitely encourage people to go listen to music online if they can't make it out to a show. Uh, but I don't know. I think if you're happy with what you're producing and what you're creating, the numbers don't really matter.
So success is just defined as like your own sense about what you're making.
Your own personal if you're satisfied with it, then I think that you've succeeded. Now you can always challenge yourself too. You can say, "Hey, can I do this better? Can I write a better song? Can we cut a better album?" Like I think that's you're only as good as, you were yesterday. So we're trying to get better tomorrow.
Love that.
There's another tattoo for you.
Yeah, that maybe a throw pillow or a
Yeah, yeah,
poster.
yeah. Yeah, maybe like an embroidery.
Yeah, really cute with some butterflies.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear you talk about like your favorite artists. What intangible qualities kind of come to mind that wow you the most?
Well, I'm trying to think back on like what I've seen recently and it has been like I saw, oh my gosh, I haven't been to many shows recently.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. Been working, man. Like I'm just thinking about that podcast I just listened to with the Yo-Yo Ma, Jacob Collier, and then I went down this like real deep rabbit hole, both of them, and just thinking about like the classical world and the world of, well, like, Jacob, he started out with these kind of videos that went viral, and but he's also like classically trained and has this like 4 octave voice. And I look at people like that, and I'm excited for like what's to come in music and people that are really like, you know, groundbreaking in that sense. But I also like a good old fashioned rock show, that's dirty and loud and gritty.
Mhm. Well, hey, Trevor, any final words for everyone out there listening?
No, I just want to, yeah, just let people know that we do have an album coming out. It's going to be coming out early in 2026, playing a bunch of festivals, and definitely going to be touring out to the Colorado way. So hope to see you at a show. And
Yes.
and please hit us up. I would love to, meet you in person.
Heck yeah. Likewise, I definitely will. Awesome, Trevor. Well, man, great chatting. All you Moon Taxi fans, you're in for a treat this coming year, so stay tuned and yeah, much love.
This is Flowers on Stage.